I just restarted it. Oh, I just restarted my stream. Mr. I. Ha! All right, we got some people coming back in here. Yeah, my internet died. Um, things were getting good too. God dang. Yo, Jay, did you hop in here? Yeah, I just started a new stream. What happened? Yeah, yeah. I just restarted the space. So, and just so you know, if that ever happens again, just hop in the Discord because I didn't know for like a good minute. And Mr. I hilariously, he was like, yo, like you should just be like working out. And I literally grabbed my dumbbell. I'm like, yo, go to the stream. And he's like, yo, I'm at the stream and you're frozen. I'm like, what? How am I frozen, bro? I'm literally getting jacked right now. How you gonna say I'm frozen? He's like, dude, you're literally like frozen screen. I'm like, what? And yeah, so this is exactly why I need you, bro. Thank God you can help me moderate. Cause god dang it, it took me a little bit to realize that things were kind of being a little fucked for a bit. Little bit. It's not terrible. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to get more. Like, the real thing is, I've been trying to get Verizon internet, but they're not in my area yet. And right now, Cox sucks. And I don't think CenturyLink's any better. And I think I'll be fine. Well, first off, what? How much? Oh crap! I almost forgot what I was gonna say. Um, crap! I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, Cox. Oh yeah, the outages. So Cox has outages. So that's why I wanted to go to Verizon. And I know they have outages because like, not we're not the only ones that have outages here. Like we have like our neighbors end up having outages too, and they're not for long. Like it might be for literally like 20 seconds, a minute or two, but it's enough to kill the stream. You know what I mean? How did I look up until everything just crashed? Actually. Oh, hold on. All right, I'm gonna be hopping on the spaces again. Um, um, oh, dude, I've been trying to get the like the capture. It's on my Xbox. It's on my Xbox and my I streams on my computer. Um, Now one thing I can sort of do because I thought about doing this before, but this was if I was going to do the stream through Xbox, and Xbox's stream was going to be through Twitch, and I didn't want to do Twitch, so I got the little screen capture thing to just forward it through my OBS. And yeah, I thought like we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I was trying to get a whole bunch of things together. Um, why am I getting just spammed with? Why am I getting spammed with messages? Like what's happening? Do you see that? Is that happening in our chat? What's happening? They're going crazy. What's happening? Honest memes? What the fuck? All right. You know what? Detour. These are freaking hilarious. Oh my god, these are hilarious. Oh my god. Yeah. So I started a Discord, right? Let me drop this. I'll drop this Discord in here. Yeah, the Discord's going crazy right now with freaking memes. Oh yeah, dude. Have you seen the? Oh yeah, I should. Oh shoot, I forgot. What's happening? I still see or I still maybe this was another one of these chats. I thought it was our chat. Um I'll figure that out in a little bit. But yeah, the oh, this is hilarious. Look at this. This is awesome. Holy cow. Dude, there's like this picture of like XDC. Like, this is so sick. Dogecoin's loses to Ethereum again. Ethereum 1 Cardano. This is hilarious. Like, dude, honestly, bro, we gotta get Bobby Jones on here, dude. He is fucking hilarious. XTC destroyed Ethereum. I think so, actually. What is this? Shock, Dogecoin loses the Filecoin. Dogecoin. What was that, Bitcoin? Actually, dude, how many? Well, first off, do you know what our peak live was before the stream crashed, and do you know what our live is now? Oh, what? Serious? Serious, bro? 150? Not bad. Holy cow. Holy cow. Uh, yes. I mean, is the new one live? Can you see the new one? I see people in here, but yeah, it's live in the new one. All right. This is how you know you get like the cool people. Oh, actually, now everybody else is coming in. Okay, but no, 26. Like, well, first off, I'm like really surprised that we were able to get up to 150. That's crazy. But oh, first off, I also want to say thank you for congratulating me on the engagement. I see a few comments. I see a few comments. Oh, I wanted to say I see a few comments just thanking me on the engagement, and I just want to say thanks. That was cool. But yeah, no, just like to this 20 or so people now. Well, one, you guys can join the you guys can join the Discord. And that's if you want to. I try to be more proactive. I didn't really mean to facilitate a bunch of memes in there, but it's kind of hilarious that it's like meme central now. It's sort of like a meme central for XDC. Uh, There we go. Drop the Discord for y'all. So anybody wants to come in, join the Discord. We've got memes. We like it's basically just more of this. One thing I'm gonna try to do, and this is something that's gonna be more of a community building thing. But well, one, I've got Jay, my moderator, on sort of like a private Discord, but I've got a bunch of other people that I interact in the space that build projects, that work on different startups, that work in the space in a bunch of different ways, have different tokens or different assets that they've worked with. And it'd be cool just to have them hop on, sort of like how Jay's hopping on now. But also for people that watch my channel, I want to be able to facilitate like my general channel space where you guys can just come on and we can chat about whatever really. And sort of just have that like engagement. I'm trying to facilitate more of it just by pushing more people to the GitHub. What's the XDC news? Aw, dude, you missed it. Well, you didn't miss it. It's in the last stream. So if you want to go to the last stream on my channel, the stream crashed, so the news is gone. But but anywho, let's see what we got here. Yeah, the biggest thing is I want to be able to allow for my community to engage in the Discord, as well as be able to engage with other people in the blockchain space and be able to chat with them on the live stream. I think that'd be really cool. I think I see so many different people and so many different projects, and we get to talk about so many cool different things, and I just want to be able to like share that as well. So yeah, I think it'll be kind of an adventure, and Jay would probably be in here the most for the most part until we start getting more guests. But yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, so let me get back to the Twitter Spaces. Yeah, you're hyped. Yeah, sorry if I'm being super freaking boring right now. My Discord was literally like blowing up, and I just kept hearing nonstop. I'm just trying to silence a lot of these notifications just so it's not losing its mind. I don't know what happened in my Discord. Like, just it blew up with memes for whatever reason. All right, I think that chilled it out a little bit. Um, oh my goodness. Whew. All right. Anybody have any questions? Like, I was talking earlier about the news. I might even bring that up again a little bit, just to sort of like, not even to go back over it. There was just really cool infographic that went over a lot of cool things. Um, oh, appreciate that. You guys in Canada, awesome. So many people from so many places. Um, yeah. Yeah. If anyone has any questions, especially around news, definitely fire them. This is definitely more Q&A. The spaces sort of look a little dead. I don't know what happened there. Mr. I is super cool. I've actually hung out with him before. He's sort of like a Twitter personality. And Karma Coverage is pretty cool. He hosts a lot. He hosts a lot of spaces. And it's something I try to do more, where I try to be able to hop in different spaces and communicate with a lot of different people. Some people like really sophisticated. Like sometimes I try to I'm actually trying to, while doing these spaces, it's almost like I'm fishing, right? So, right, I'm sitting here, and you could sort of say I'm fishing for content in a sense, but really I'm fishing for engagement. I want to be able to talk and be able to see other people talk about a lot of different interesting things, especially things that I may not be privy to, and be able to see a lot of different perspectives. But it's Twitter, so you get so many different things. So you might be fishing, and you catch a line, you're like, oh my god, ooh, and you catch a David Schwartz, and you're like, oh my god, this is gonna be an amazing conversation in which we can engage on so many different ideas and be able to expand our minds in such a manner in which we can actually be curious and explore these technologies. Or I might just run into like a conspiracy theorist who's like trying to explain to me like how like there's a federal cheese conspiracy that's used to like subdue the youth or something, and like, and don't get me wrong, both of them, like talking to David Schwartz is like really cool to talk to, and even the freaking conspiracy theorist is still kind of entertaining. It's like, what the crap? The more wild it is, like the funnier it is in a sense, just how crazy some of these, and it's not even just like conspiracy theories, it's just sometimes you don't really know what to do with some beliefs that people have, and it's sort of like a whatever floats your boat, dude. Whatever, like, because like I said, you're gonna talk somebody out of like, I've actually met like a flat earther. It's like you're gonna talk somebody out of like being a flat earther, or talk somebody out of, but you get that on Twitter, so it's actually kind of, it's interesting to see, and you don't know what you're gonna get, so it's always interesting. Um, I have a question. Why do you rock with Xbox and not PS? Oh, simple. Um, it simply just comes down to the fact that my friends have Xboxes. So if I got anything else, I'd just be the odd man out. So literally that. Like, there's nothing more to it than, I might get a really first actually I got a VR before. I used to be a PC guy for the longest bit. So I actually like never like played like Xbox for a while, and I got VR and played VR for quite a bit. And I was like, oh, VR is so cool, holy cow! And I actually got my friends on VR too. I got them to get a bunch of helmets, and like we played a lot. It was cool. But like I would be the one that like hopped in it a bunch, and they'd hop in sometimes. I'd show them some worlds or whatever. But they'd always play Xbox. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll snag an Xbox. Whatever. And yeah, that's just why I have an Xbox. Yes. I should get a PS and an Xbox. I might as well get a Nintendo while I'm at it. Actually, I got a DS here. Actually, these are super cool. So check this out. Super random nerdy crap anyway, but check this out. I actually ended up ordering this cartridge online. I ended up ordering this cartridge online, right? And somebody literally just took a flash of all these different games and put it on an SD card, and boop. So literally, and it was funny too because I wasn't even looking for this. I was looking for like some like Pokemon game, and literally on Amazon, it was like $20 for like this like ripped like. I was just like, holy cow, what? Like this pirated like whatever, and it's just like, oh whatever, like cool, I guess, but I don't know. Now I just got a DS with like a bunch of Mario games on it. Will XCC be the rails to tokenize the stock market? Is my sound off? Uh-oh. Testing? Uh-oh. Crap, I forgot what I was gonna say. I got distracted because I thought my sound was being stupid. And it is my freaking Discord that's losing its mind. Anywho, can you guys hear me alright? I saw someone say that my sound was being a little weird. Alright, cool. Crap. Well, I forgot what I was going into. Oh, yeah, someone was talking about tokenization and XTC being like a railway. So, XTC is more like, it does two main things. It's a neutral form of capital. So right now, when people look at like a way to be able to exchange money between countries, like the US dollar is that. It's like the neutral form of capital. But XDC and really any native cryptocurrency acts as a neutral form of capital between anybody on these networks. Now, with that capital, you can actually take it and put it in programs that we call smart contracts, and you can actually move this capital programmatically. So in the sense that it's sort of the rails, yes, but it's more of the network and the smart contracts that act as the rails. The token, the native crypto token, acts as a neutral form of capital that can be utilized in all of these different smart contracts. So any smart contract that's launched can now use this token and be able to manage it programmatically. And now when you start getting into the stock market, you start getting into tokenizing things. So you'll get into tokenizing stocks, tokenizing derivatives, tokenizing bonds. Now, these assets will be able to run autonomously in these different smart contracts. And you can actually use the native cryptocurrency, like I said, as a neutral form of capital to exchange with these assets. So let's say I'm in the US and you're in Japan, and I would typically be dealing with USD stablecoin, and you may be dealing with, JPY stablecoin. It may actually be easier for us to be able to engage in that neutral trade medium to be able to conduct trade with each other, and it becomes significantly more valuable at scale. So instead of jumping into the economies and the fiat currencies of a bunch of these different governments, these bunch of different countries, you can sort of opt into this neutral form of capital to engage internationally. So that's really the railways, and then you can exchange assets with this capital. You can programmatically move money with this capital. You can programmatically move assets on these networks. So in a sense, there is an element of the railways, but there are certain components that allow these different services to operate. So like I said, the stock element is a tokenized asset that operates on the chain that can be exchanged with the native cryptocurrency and can be automated within smart contracts. How do developers get around certain patents for smart contracts? My friend, you see, there's what's called open source. And open source just means it's out there for the public for anyone to use. So yeah, there is no patents. It's the exact opposite of patents. It's everyone's codes out there to be forked and to be used and to be shared and to whatever. So yeah, literally there's no patent or anything like that. That we have open source, which is I guess sort of like the technical. It's sort of like on par with like public domain in a sense, I guess you could say. But it's like you opting that into like the public domain in a sense where anyone can use it. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but it's a general idea where anybody can use your. And there are different like licenses you can use, like how you give permission and how you use the software, stuff like that. But it's all around being able to freely use software. Um. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Actually, I might drop another link in the Discord again. I see a bunch of new people in here. Yeah. So if you guys want to join my Discord, this is sort of where my general community like hangs out. I'm gonna try to interact with my community on stream through my Discord, as well as interact with other people in the space through my Discord. So if you want to be a part of that, just come join. I'm gonna drop a link. Awesome. Yeah, so if you want to be part of the community, you want to interact with all of us in the Discord. I typically don't want to be super active unless I'm streaming. I'm not like a super big Discord head. Um, but I do like it to be able to engage. And I had my moderator on earlier. I got two Discord chats. One sort of like a private chat with a bunch of different projects that I know, and I want them to be able to hop on and talk about their experiences as well as talk about what they're doing. And then I got like the public group, the public Discord, so anybody can hop in. And I got a moderator sort of managing that in a sense. So, yeah, just hop in the Discord. It's cool. Oh yeah, XRP dummy. Yeah, I actually really like the live streams. I like them a lot more than the videos. I feel like I can flow a bit more and get into the different things I want to talk about. Where with the video, I feel like I'm spending so much time thinking about the video that I'm not actually really getting into the different topics I want to explore. But yeah, I hope this be like sort of a more of an ongoing thing. I think this is my third stream this week. I've sort of been going back to back. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it every day. I'm going to try to do it at least 3 times a week. And I just like it because I can do a lot more with a lot less. Before, it would take me like maybe about an hour, maybe 2 hours to do my other videos, but that was primarily because maybe like 30 minutes to an hour of like filming like in a Twitter space, and then like another hour of like editing. And I'm like, oh, this is just like I like talking about these things, but I feel like I did so much editing. So I want to focus more on the live streaming, and then I might take like very like simple 10-20 minute segments of a broader live stream and then drop them on my channel just to sort of cut down on all the different. I was trying to do a lot of different things. I'm going to keep it relatively simple, but I also have a moderator and an editor now, so it does make things a bit easier in terms of like managing more content. Is there such thing as XDC Pay? Yeah, XDC Pay is actually a browser extension web wallet that allows you to interact with the XCC network. It's basically a fork of MetaMask, but it allows you to interact with the XCC network through a browser wallet. Anywho, honestly, how long have I been streaming for? The last stream died. I guess it died 20 minutes ago. I might keep it going. I want to go for quite a bit, but we'll see how the spaces are. The spaces were really interesting until things crashed. Like things were really, really interesting, and then things just crashed. It was a sad day. Let's take a quick stop in here real quick. Let's see how interesting this space may be. Latest Cardano and crypto developments with Charles Hoskins. Where's Charles Hoskins? be honest, that was the only reason why I was even gonna come in here. Anywho, actually no, I'm gonna go back to the article real quick because one thing that I sort of wanted to touch on, and it just goes into what growth looks like on in the space a little bit. Here we go. Boom. So yeah, one thing I was sort of touching on earlier, especially when I was going over sort of like XDC news and what's new in the space and what's been going on over the past year and all the different projects that have been sort of involved and all the things that they've been doing. A lot of these projects are very like institution focused. I hear a lot, and this is you better strap yourself in. I'm gonna get in on a freaking rant here. I hear a lot where people are like, "Oh, how is the price not here? How is the price not here? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Why? Oh my god!" And I sort of understand this because when you look at the broader crypto space, a lot of the driving force tends to be this excitement. So when you see things exciting, you typically see things move. And the thing that sort of makes us a little bit different is a lot of those other networks are very like retail, very investor saturated. And XDC originally was created by Zinfin and utilized by Zinfin for the exact purpose of being able to engage in trade finance, as well as trade finance, trade tech, and a bunch of other technologies. Some of them being on this page. And so we have a lot of different people using XDC, but they aren't like retail. They aren't, and don't get me wrong, we have a growing sort of retail community. But the original traction was a lot of these institutions, and a lot of the stuff that were talked about were almost from the lens of these institutions, as opposed to some retail based application or some whatever. So it was really good for us in the long term because it allows us to build sustainable growth. We're actually, for a time, we were actually in the top 50. I think we're in the top 60, maybe touch the 70, mark. But we've been able to gain a lot of value and keep that value, we've been able to keep that value sustained in our ecosystem really well without that being explicitly retail like trader public exchange volume. There's a lot of different businesses using XDC, but they almost use it privately in a sense. And not that it's private how they use it, but they only use it directly with their trade partners that they were already engaging with. Or they try to get people that they are trying to engage with to utilize these tech, or they try to interact with new people that are utilizing these tech. All business focus. So a lot of things happen, but not a lot of things are sort of talked about, or a lot of things are excited about. Because instead of like some retail-based 5% APY consumer application, whatever, we get like Trade Trust that's focusing on tokenizing documents and verifying identities. Like that's a very business focused, and that's just like one component of them. You have other applications that are utilizing them to facilitate certain features of their. Oh yeah, we're using blockchain. Some people do. Don't get me wrong. And then it's funny too because the ones that do are almost sort of like gimmickly doing that. Like, oh, look at us, we're sort of doing it. But most companies don't just broadcast what technology stack they use. They just build the service to. They build the product to facilitate a service for their users, and hopefully that product that they build is more efficient than a previous product, or maybe it's a new product, or maybe it's a whatever. So from that lens, we see a lot. Look at this. We see a lot. And honestly, I might even do a whole thing where I might go into every single one of these and just sort of like, because people sort of like go into different projects and talk about like their white papers. Look, we can go into any of these different websites, any of the different white papers, any of their different technical docs, any of their different regular docs, and we can even explore even just some of the things that are just happening from a business standpoint. It doesn't have to just be like, oh, look at this, crypto, whatever. It could be, oh, wow, there's this service that's actually like a B2B SaaS service that utilizes blockchain in some way, and it just so happens to be operating on XCC. Like, that could be really cool. But like I said, that doesn't get the same attention as, some, contrived, high-yielding consumer retail token. Ooh. Anywho. Yeah, so there's a lot of businesses that use XDC. There's a lot, and the biggest thing that I think is really cool about that, it's not even really about the businesses. A lot of these guys are sort of like the or sort of like the trailblazers of like the business world in a sense. It's sort of lame because they're not really that trailblazy, but they're taking a risk. They're taking a huge risk. There are a lot of things that aren't very defined in these spaces, and there's a huge opportunity to try to jump on those instances. But I see more often than not a lot of businesses that don't want to like bother with either the hassle, the volatility, the complexity, the lack of talent, they don't want to deal with all these complexities just to build an app that somebody in like cloud or web 2 could have just said, hey, here's the solution XYZ, it's simple, whatever. And that doesn't mean it can't be a solution on blockchain. It just means the means of being able to implement it may just be not even just too complicated, but just too involved for a lot of these traditional legacy systems to just jump into them. So you see a lot of these that are sort of like I see a sort of a range from startups all the way to established businesses that have a chance to be a little bit more flexible. Because I don't really know how stringent some of these are, but some of these are very much like jumping into the deep end. Like that, tokenizing securities and managing different trade finance products that are able to generate revenue off of some level of activity in their private environment. Like these are very like intricate like products here. And but yeah, that was just the one I was describing there was trade tech. But they don't get a lot of attention. So but doesn't mean they're not any more real. Uh-oh. I think I froze. Am I alright? Did I freeze? I think I froze for a little bit. Oh my goodness, I think I froze. I think I'm okay. I'm like glitching out a bit. I'm good. All right, cool. I know I saw I froze. Like I was checking this for a second. I saw I froze for a second. I didn't know how bad it was. So I just had to double check that. But that's all cool. It's all Gucci. Just give me 1 second to check this off. All right. Oh, what's the Discord link? Let me drop it again. Don't worry. I'll drop it again. Give me 1 second. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Sorry about that. Let me grab this. Yeah, I know, I'm glitchy. Ugh, how sad. It's okay. I might end the stream early. I got the main stream out of the way right before we got into like the really like fun parts. It's cool though. It's cool. Well, here someone said, "What are some of the big companies that adopted XDC?" I had a whole list of them. I think the biggest ones would basically just be. And this is the thing, like like big is sort of like relative because a lot of these companies are based out of either Singapore, based out of like India, based out of Dubai. There are some like here in the United States, but they're like all over the place. And when I say big, I mean like they're like an established company. Like they're not just like some crypto bros or like some like they're very much like they're finance first, crypto second. Or they may be like they may be very heavy utilizing the technology, but it's not like the technology is the foundation of their business. It's sort of like an afterthought, or not an afterthought, but like they use the tech to they use the tech to utilize a process they already have, not the other way around. Yeah, here we go. So I have this right here, this right here, and like SBI, VC Trade, Fathom. These are just different, and like I said, you may go, oh, these companies are not huge. Not every company is a huge company, but not every company is a fucking crypto bro in their basement trying to shill you coins either. So, is there a way for XCC to take advantage of the Flare interoperability and have you dove into Layer Cake? No, not Layer Cake, but Flare I believe has F assets, and I do believe XCC is supposed to be one of their F assets. And I think pretty much their F assets are just like a wrapper. It's like a wrapped asset in a sense, managed on the Flare network. But yeah, they've got F assets for XDC. It's just a derivative of the XCC token as a wrapped token. And ideally, I'm pretty sure you can move that wrapped token to multiple networks. And I think you can also interact with, and don't quote me if I'm wrong, because I'm not entirely sure what I heard from, I spoke to some of the Flare guys, and I spoke to some of the Flare guys, and they want to be able to allow for interoperability, not just with the wrapped asset, but with smart contracts executing like between chains. So like a smart contract on XDC potentially maybe it would be triggered by a smart contract or something on Flare. So I know that's something that they're trying to do, but it's not a unique XDC thing. This is the thing that they try to do for a multitude of different assets that they want to incorporate into the Flare ecosystem. Ideally, like I said, they want to be able to engage with smart contract executions both on their network and executed onto other networks, as well as be able to move assets between the two. And I'm pretty sure one of the biggest things that they were trying to do this for, trying to primarily facilitate this for XRP, because they would have this like layer of like smart contracts or something. I knew that was like a big point of theirs. But they're trying to do that for everybody, so they just want to bridge different networks together in some capacity. And it doesn't like some people will go, oh, they're a bridge. It's like sort of technically they're like their own like network, and there's some bridges that are sort of their own networks in some regard. So, but yeah, that's sort of the dig with Flare. It's not an exclusive XDC thing, but XDC is incorporated with those tools that they have. Anywho, honestly, like, so I didn't realize this until consensus, but streaming is like exhausting. It's not even just streaming. I guess the notion is just constantly being engaging and constantly like, I don't know. There's just like there's this element of like online engagement that is like actually kind of takes a toll. It's like, holy shoot. Like I remember I was at consensus and I streamed for like 3 hours, almost 4 hours. And I was like, yeah, that could totally be chill. Like 8 lines, streamed for another 2 hours, and I was just like dead. I was just like, all the walking, all the freaking like talking to everybody. It was so cool, but like, oh my god, like it will knock you out. It will kill you. Okay, it won't kill you, but you're gonna be sitting there going, oh my god, why did I subject myself to such punishments? Volume too low. How you guys hearing me now? You should be able to hear me all right. Just sometimes when I adjust something on my computer, I move the mic, and yeah, sometimes I don't move it back. So is staking coming for XDC? So XDC has staking for the master nodes. Now, there are other third-party services that allow for staking. I know BitTrue was trying to do staking. I know a couple other services were trying to do staking, but that's on that third-party service to provide. That's not exclusively an XDC thing. The only thing that's exclusively an XDC thing, and not even exclusively an XDC thing, but something you do on the XDC network, is the master nodes, which you need to stake 10 million master nodes for a full node. I believe 8 million, not 10 million master node, 10 million XDC for a full node. I believe 8 million XDC for a standby node, and then you get rewards based off that. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I'm not in the stream. This is pretty cool. This is supposed to be more of a newsy stream a little bit. I started off with more newsy and moved to like Twitter Spaces and Discord a little bit. But yeah, we have weekly updates on XDC, and I might just do like a little segment on Mondays for that. They post this on Twitter, but not a lot of people get to see it, so I might host it here. Oh, I really appreciate that. XRP Elementary, what's the difference between XCC and HBAR? So XCC and HBAR are fundamentally two different blockchains. So XCC is an EVM-based blockchain, so it's a fork off the Ethereum network. And HBAR is based off hash graph technology. So this is a whole new mechanism for being able to gain consensus and being able to propagate transactions over a network and all of that. You can get really into the details of like hash graph versus blockchain and the different ways consensus operates. But the main thing is, from a sort of like a hypervisor level, is XCC seems to be focused on automated trade finance. So you can allow for different trade finance tools to be able to run autonomously and automated. Where it seems as HBAR. Now, I'm not super into HBAR, but from my understanding is HBAR has the capability for some high throughput needs. So you may see things dealing with like robotics. You may see things dealing with Internet of Things. And this all goes into what you can do with Hashgraph. I'm not I understand that a little bit about what Hashgraph is, at least the notion of like their gossip. It's like their gossip peering protocol, which is a little bit different than how like a typical blockchain may get a consensus. And I think that's really interesting. But the biggest thing is I think HBAR has a bit more throughput, and they try to focus on like IoT. And I think they try to focus on like, it's not that you can't do like trade finance or anything like that. I think this is just a focus that people have. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not the biggest one to focus on HBAR. I just know that Hashgraph just allows for a whole new set of capabilities than traditional blockchain like blocks would. But that's just like, I could probably tell you all the things you could do with EVM. You're probably gonna have to find someone with HBAR who could tell you a lot more on what you can do with HBAR and, like I said, Hashgraph tech. Yeah, I don't know why my volume sucks. It was doing all right earlier. On a scale from 1 to 10, what's my audio at? It was chill earlier. It's whatever though. I was probably gonna end the stream anyway. But no, first let me get the 1 to 10 first. I gotta see this. 1 to 10 my audio. Let's go. Oh my gosh. It's cool. But I'm gonna be having more of these. Hopefully, my internet is not being too like. Yeah, I know my internet or my volume sucks. I need a scale from 1 to 10. But yeah. Hopefully, I want to upgrade the Verizon. Because like I said, I've had Verizon on my phone plan. It's just that my like internet plan just has outages. So, but they're not in my area yet, so I have to wait. It's annoying. So some people say 10, 9, 4. Yeah. Tony XRP, the Tony XRP. I only say that because I'm pretty sure I ran into a Tony. I'm pretty sure like literally in person, like at a restaurant or something. I don't know if that's that guy, but I'm pretty sure his name was Tony XRP. Anywho, I'm probably just gonna close the stream. I'm probably gonna have another stream tomorrow or maybe Friday. I'm gonna be dropping videos from my previous streams, just like segments. And yeah, so if you missed the stream, you'll get the VOD. And I'm gonna be sort of rolling with these. So I'm trying to figure out a good way to roll it. I might do stream, VOD, stream, VOD, stream, VOD, or I might do stream, 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 VOD, 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 stream, stream, stream. Yeah, it's super low. I don't get it. I'll figure it out. It's stupid. Whatever. Whatever. I'll catch you guys later. Let's see you guys in the next one.